Damien, thanks very much. Thank you. Now, as you may have noticed, BBC News has moved into our new home at Broadcasting House in central London. After more than 40 years of news from Television Centre, we're making a little bit of television history here today by starting to broadcast from what's now the biggest newsroom in Europe.
The move marks the end of the company's news and current affairs staff from Television Centre. Our correspondent Nick Higham is taking a look around the new building, meeting some of the teams. He joins us now. Nick, I think you're in the business unit. Is that where the coffee is? Have you found it?
Yes, that's right, though I hope you're starting on an exterior shot of Broadcasting House. You get some idea of what this new building looks like. Sitting there next door to the old Broadcasting House dating from the 1930s, an iconic building. We are, as you say, up on the second floor, home to the business and economics journalists. It's a bit empty at the moment because quite a lot of them are off at a briefing with the boss of Tesco. But someone you might recognise sitting here at his desk is Rory Cellan-Jones, the technology correspondent. What do you think of it so far? It's a bit cramped in here, isn't it?
You've caught me just finishing my lunch, Nick. Yes, it is a bit cramped. It's one of the nicest call centres I've ever worked in. It's quite crowded, but there is a buzz about the place, and I think that is great. And the technology, I have to say, is a bit better than where I was last.
What are you going to do with your lunch? Because there's no rubbish bins by the desks, are there?
There are no bins, and it's actually making me a bit tidier. My desk at Television Centre was covered in rubbish. It accumulated over 20 years there, and I'm finding at the end of the day I actually have to clear my desk because otherwise it would be unlivable.
Now, what are you working on? I gather it's something quite exciting for tomorrow.
I'm working on a little story for tomorrow about this lady. She's a virtual talking head.
Find out more later, or I will get really angry.
As you can see, she's a talking head, and she goes on and on and on. And it's a story I've been filming and working up for the web and hopefully for our news bulletins tomorrow.
Look forward to it. Thank you very much, Rory. It cost more than £1 billion, this new building, and there are 2,500 journalists based here, but also a total of 6,000 staff, so 3,500 other BBC programme makers and administrators. It is the organisation's new headquarters. The journalists are spread throughout the building. You get some idea of quite how large it is if you look through here. There's two atriums going right the way up to the 8th floor. Down at the bottom you can see part of the newsroom. Those people are working on the BBC World Service. There are 29 language services in the building, and there are also, everywhere you look, TV and radio studios. Here is one of the TV studios. I'm rather partial to this one myself. It's called Studio K. It's a little bit makeshift, but it's where I'm going to be doing many of my Meet the Author interviews for the BBC News Channel. Back to you.
Nick, thanks very much. Plenty more from Nick later on.